Thank you very much, Pablo. Thank you, team, and welcome everybody. It's a great pleasure to have you with us once again in this life-changing experience that we are all having in this universal pandemic, but also in the learning atmosphere that has gathered us over the past weeks. I think we have done over 14 of these, and every single day we learn, and every single time we realize there is something else that we need to focus on. And today we need to reinvent security. These challenging times that we are going through are making it very clear that it will be very difficult to accept the kind of inequalities that we live with. It has put a magnifying glass in some of the deficits that our systems have, but also it has made it painfully visible how fragile and how vulnerable some of the citizens that live in our cities, how our neighbors' vulnerabilities manifest. And we think that we need to put our heads together and gather the knowledge that we have been that we have been putting together over the past years around this topic, and be creative. We have seen gender violence increasing in really worrying numbers. We have also seen social unrest. Many of the people that are most affected by this pandemic, living day by day without a home, have found it very difficult to comply with the requirement to stay home, sometimes in a home they didn't have. But also we have seen some of the tensions around race, around class, taking a very important toll in our societies. I think it will be very important for local and regional governments, for territories, for those spheres of government that are closest to the people, to play a very active role in how we need to rethink security, just like we have been doing around peace. What does peace imply? What does security imply? How do we need to conceive policing? Is policing the answer to security? What does security mean nowadays? Is it just bigger than safety? Is it broader or not? So we want to think about this within the context of that we are going through, because let us face it, is a game changer. We know the world will never be the same, and the only hope we can have is that it is better and that we learn something from this. So let us hope that the discussion we're going to have today will contribute to that. So I'm really excited to have all these panelists and showing the diversity of our planets and different perspectives on how to approach this. And I really hope that we can, UN Habitat and UCLG and Metropolis can develop a strong safety agenda, which in a way, certainly talking from the perspective of the World Organization of United Cities and Local Governments, which I represent, is missing a bit. It's not an easy topic for the constituency of local and regional governments. Not everybody wants to go into it that easily. It's also true that in some parts of the world, local governments are not responsible for police, and that there are many levels of policing. So all of those things are things that we need to look at. In any case, I do hope that we can contribute to an innovative and creative discussion around this. I would now like to give the floor to the Executive Director of UN Habitat and Undersecretary General of the United Nations, the person that trusted that this was a good thing to do, all of these meetings, and that has been with us almost with no exception, Maimouna Mosharif. The floor is yours.